There are several things I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. One was the election of a black president. The second thing was the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series. And the third thing, and I probably haven't thought quite as much about this, but was a 15-story building on the corner of 9th and O Street. Let's talk about that a little bit, huh? I want to thank you all for being here for the announcement of this exciting change. And I'm joined this morning by a whole bunch of organizers here of this project, including Clay Smith of Speedway Motors and John Klimple, Lincoln Hotel Group. Yes. Is that the way to say it? Yeah. They're part of a local partnership, Hotel Land Investments, LLC, which will soon be making, with council approval, another change to our city skyline with the tallest structure built in Lincoln since the 1970s. The southeast corner of 9th and O Street will be the location of a new hotel and residential development that will be at least 15 stories high. The project is called Block 54. That's pretty original, isn't it, Nancy? And it will include 2 hotels, a Holiday Inn Express and a full-service boutique hotel with a restaurant. It will add about 200 hotel rooms to downtown Lincoln. The development also includes 40 to 50 upscale condos and penthouses with parking, as well as a restaurant and bar in one of the towers. This is a $65 to $70 million investment in our downtown. The signature project will enhance the city in several ways. It offers upscale living near downtown, the University of Nebraska, the Haymarket, and the West Haymarket Entertainment District. And in addition to more hotel rooms, more hotel rooms fill the need for business travelers and makes Lincoln an even more attractive location for sports and entertainment events. Block 54 will be a beautiful addition to Lincoln's skyline and a welcoming architectural piece announcing the quality of our city to visitors coming in from the north and west entryways. The project area should be cleared by the end of this year, with construction beginning in the spring, and we hope to cut the opening ribbon on this project in early 2019. Do I have that all right, Clay? All right. So at this time, I want to invite John Klimple and Clay to say a few words. I don't know, gentlemen, in what order you...
That's fine. Go ahead, Clay.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a big collaborative project, but first of all, we need to thank a few people that actually allowed us to get to this starting point in this starting line. Of course, the mayor, Mayor Beitler, and Mike Lang in the mayor's office have been incredibly helpful in moving this project forward and being huge advocates for this project. Dave Landis, Ed Zimmer, Hallie, and Dallas McGee from Urban Development have been great partners on many projects, including this one. We also have great cooperation with Public Works. Bob has been fantastic in helping us. And we've also had great support with city transportation as well as the Nebraska Department of Roads, because we had some issues, obviously, on O Street getting access into the garage. Rick Peo, again, with the city's attorney's offices, has been helpful, and I know will be really involved as we go through the council process. And of course, the DLA, the longstanding champion for downtown, both in the Haymarket and the traditional downtown, and the Chamber of Commerce, are all supporters of us and this project. We're just thrilled to be here today. This is such an exciting chapter. It's the next chapter for the development of downtown Lincoln. You know, Lincoln really is on a roll. The mayor's talked about this in the past, and we really feel that this is the next chapter for downtown Lincoln. We all want our downtown to be that vibrant, urban, 24/7 city of the future. And this is an iconic building at its gateway that'll allow us to move there. People today want to work downtown. People today want to play downtown. And most importantly, we're going to give people new options to live downtown. so that we can become that 24/7 city. This development will offer living choices with new condo ownership for families and individuals to live downtown. It's going to be a beautiful bridge between the downtown and the Haymarket at its gateway corner of 9th and O. Again, we're excited to partner again with our friends with the Lincoln Hotel Group. We worked together at the Hilton Garden Inn, and this will be another historic, iconic hotel for downtown Lincoln. And we're also excited to work with our good partners at Nelnet. Mike Dunlap wanted to be here today, but they have their board meeting, so he's unable. We have Ben Kaiser here with us today. They've been great partners and great advocates for downtown. You've seen what they're doing in the Telegraph districts with us, but also all their other projects downtown. This is a major development. We have a big team. So we have our team from DLR that's done the design work, and you can see next to me how beautiful this design is. We have Justin Hernandez, who's a part of the group with NGC. And we also have Mark Hunziker and the folks at Baylor Evnen helping us as well. So I think with that, I'll turn it over to John Kumpel.
Thank you. Thank you, Clay. Well, you covered most of my notes. Thank you. So truly want to thank you for allowing us to be here today. I want to say a special thanks to our ownership group, Mike Works, Tom Cabela, Craig Smith, and Justin Hernandez. We couldn't have done it without this team. It's been a long process. We've been working on this for over 2 years, and we're finally to a point to be able to announce it. So thank you.
All right, questions? Yes?
How will this new structure meet the upcoming demands of Lincoln's to grow? Or its growing demands of like people coming into the city? Like how will this structure help?
Yeah, you guys want to take
I'll
that?
go ahead
or
and
you
start.
want me
Meeting demand, it really meets it in two different ways. On the hotel side, we're having high occupancy numbers in all of the hotels downtown, and John can talk to that specifically. But we need more hotels, and if you talk to the folks over at the Chamber and the Visitors Bureau, we're on the cusp of having enough rooms to get major events. And this number of rooms will be that trigger point so that we can get more events downtown. The other thing, and then to Lincoln, the other thing that it does is for downtown living, we've built apartments downtown over the last 3 years, and the demand is continue to be unmet. As you know, we're involved with Nelnet on the Lumberworks project for more apartment living downtown. But a condominium project hasn't happened since the one happened over in the Haymarket. And so this will give us additional options for families and also individuals to live and work downtown.
And how competitive are these living spaces to the other apartments and condos downtown? Like, what is the price range? Like, who can live there?
Well, the price range is actually going to be, I don't know who wants to speak to that. The price range has yet to be determined because it really, as you know, in building out an apartment or a condominium, finishes really determine the prices. And so there'll be a range of prices because there'll also be a range of sizes. Obviously, the penthouse apartments with the decks will be at a higher price point than the 1- and 2-bedroom apartments that would be available on the lower floors. So it's going to be a broad price range. We know what the other projects have been selling for downtown, so that gives us a good indicator of what the market will bear for those type projects, and we think the construction costs can align with that kind of ultimate sale price.
And the Holiday Inn Express will be going into this building, and there's one not too far away. What would happen to that one?
Well, actually, that one loses its flag in December. They're shutting that project down to become a boutique hotel. So 238 rooms will leave the IHG system. That's why we're excited to put these rooms in the market.
What is the difference in the boutique hotel and what it is now?
Just more upscale. They're going to get a bigger price point. They're going to be around that $170, $160 range.
It's not our project, so it's hard for us to
Yeah,
speculate.
it's really hard
on
to
what-
speculate.
I just wondered what the difference between a boutique and another small hotel.
Well, it's full service, and that
Price.
it'll still be a full service hotel like it is today. But I really can't speak on their behalf. I'm sorry.
But our boutique hotel will be a full-service hotel with all the amenities available for those visitors. It's at a slightly higher price point. That's probably
Yes.
the question. It's our boutique hotel.
Yeah, we'll be at a higher price point than the Holiday Express. Holiday Express is more for the family and the business, where the boutique, you're gonna get a lot more of actually university and just more younger people, to be honest.
So what is a boutique, like hotel, like what's?
Well, this particular one will be a themed hotel.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
It'll be a themed hotel, and by that, we mean it'll tie into something, hopefully in the community, maybe tie into the music history of that corner, because there's a lot of history there. Also, there's a lot of history in this city musically. So we'd kind of like to make that tie, but that determination has not been made yet. There's lots of things that this city brings to the table that we could tie into: sports, education, just entertainment. There's just a lot of things, and again, that determination hasn't been made. But it will be a themed boutique hotel.
And will the residential units be rental apartments or for purchase condos? Is that a distinction you're making?
That is a distinction we're making. Right now, we envision they will all be for purchase. So they will be for sale, and there's actually already a fair amount of interest in them. So if you have an interest, to get the right location, you should talk to us sooner rather than later, so that you get the perfect spot for you to live downtown.
And as far as the height, what will be taller than this building?
The US Bank building for sure will be
The Capitol and the U.S. Bank building
Yeah.
would be the two buildings likely taller.
that's correct.
And this will fit into the downtown landscape that doesn't allow you to hide the Capitol?
As you know, we'll have to work with the city on the vista corridors for the Capitol building. Our understanding in working with Ed Zimmer that this building, as proposed, will be within the guidelines and preserving those view corridors for the Capitol building. As you can see from the model, we're blessed to be next to one of Lincoln's iconic buildings, the Terminal building. And so we've actually oriented the building so that we don't cover up that building, and we've made an L so that we respect its windows and visibility, because we all know to live in a neighborhood, you need to be a good neighbor.
And parking concerns, parking's very interesting downtown. Like, how do you plan to address that with the city?
Well, we have over 200 stalls within the garage. That's the middle part of the garage is actually parking. And then there's also 41 stalls in the lower level that are heated and premium parking.
For the condos.
For the condos. So there's a lot of parking involved, because the convention part of this, the meeting rooms, will need to have that amount of parking so that it can service the community and the hotel guests.
I understood that earlier you guys were talking about the special tax that's limited to a certain area. I cannot think of the name of it. Is that still a part of what's going to be going forward?
Nothing's been done with regard, as far as I know, with the drafting of the redevelopment agreement. So all those negotiations are in front of us. Everything's wide open, as it always begins.
It began a long time ago.
Well, obviously, there have been conversations about everything involved in the development process. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but no deals have been formalized at all. Obviously, the developers are aware of incentives that we typically provide, and they're aware of incentives that could be provided. But no package has been negotiated or signed off on at this point.
What's the timeline for going through all the whole process?
Well, it begins today. Making the announcement today is the first launching point. And then we'll work with the city and staff to develop and our attorneys to work through the redevelopment agreement. Then that'll be brought forward to the Planning Commission and the Council as most project. This project, I do believe, is really iconic, and also it will require TIF. The but-for conditions of TIF, This one meets it in spades because we can't afford to build the hotel without the parking, and we can't build the parking without the TIF because we all understand the economics of building parking garages. So this is a classic application for tax increment financing. So we're really excited to work with the city and the Planning Commission and the City Council to get through those agreements and move forward.
But you're planning on breaking ground this year?
No,
No.
next
Okay.
year. No, we
Next
plan
year.
on
Okay.
taking the buildings down.
Yeah, it depends on what you mean breaking ground. We will be breaking ground because the buildings will be, we're trying to have the buildings removed before the end of the calendar year.
But you're gonna wait for everything to go through before you start that? So you're
No.
anticipating
No, we'll remove the buildings.
before you get everything
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
council?
Yeah.
We got to do, whether we get it or not, we got to get rid of the buildings.
Can you show us on the model what goes where the hotels are and the living?
Go ahead.
John, do you want to?
Oh, yeah. You-
The model here shows the front entrance along 9th Street, or along O Street. 9th Street, and be over here on the west. And we have dual entrances for the hotels. So you have lobbies on the first floor. You have an entrance for your garage also at the first floor level. Second, third, fourth, and fifth are parking. And it's been screened nicely, so it will blend in with all the downtown design standards. Then we have the proposed ballroom right here at this level 6. There is hotel rooms on level 6 that consist of express, and then we have express on 7, 8, 9, boutique on 10, 11, and then above that is the condo floors that will carry up all the way through the top.
Additional questions? Are you good to go?
I have just one last thing I forgot to mention that I think is important. Every owner that's with us on this project lives and works in Lincoln. All the tax money, everything will stay here in Lincoln. It's an unusual situation. You cannot find that with this size of building anywhere else in the state. Thank you.
And the last thing that I'd like to add in closing is that we've had the benefit of being in partnership with good partners. The Lincoln Hotel Group has been great partners at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Nelnet through the last decade have been great partners. And this brings two of our partnerships together. And so really it takes a collaborative effort to move forward with an iconic building of this scale and this size that will transform the skyline of Lincoln.
Can you introduce the team?
Yeah, why don't you introduce everybody? I think you
I
kind
thought
of
we
did.
Mike Works, Tom Cabela, I'm sorry, Ben,
Kaiser with Nelnet. Andrew Lemke, Nelnet.
Craig,
Craig Smith with Speedway.
Justin Hernandez with NGC Group.
And our friends from DLR in front of us, John Madami.
Nami and Daniel Seedoff.
and we have to mention Adam over here. He's been a vital part, and Eric, both have been a vital part of this project.
team.
This team, yes. And I'm sorry, and Rich, my CFO. Thank you. All right.
Got them all?
I think we got them all, sir.
All right. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, Mayor. Appreciate your time.